Welcome to the Chain Out Podcast with your hosts, Jeremy and Daryl.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Chain Out Podcast. We're sitting at Season 3, Episode 139. Daryl and Jeremy here, and guess what?
It's Nationals Week!
It is Nationals Week, that's right. And on our first episode, just over, 7 months ago or so?
First episode of the year.
Yeah, that's right, of Season 3, because it worked out that way.
Yeah, exactly.
That worked out really well. We had Nationals tournament directors Dylan Bressie and Sam McColeman on the show to let us know what to expect. Mm-hmm. Now we're just a couple days away from the actual tournament play starting.
Are you getting it down into sleeps?
It is. It's like down to hours and minutes and all, not seconds yet. We'll get there.
Yeah.
But we're just a couple days away, and we thought, why don't we see what's happening on the ground in Grande Prarie? Mm-hmm. We've got two amazing players there, Gaby Salazar and Bill Letcher, who got to GP earlier this week, and they'll be on in about 15 minutes or so to give us the live on location lowdown on what it's like being up there so far.
Okay, gonna hit you with some figures.
Sure.
Did you know that there's 391 players registered for Nationals?
Did you think we had 391 players in Canada who played tournaments?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Yeah, they're coming from all over parts of Canada and the United States even. Yeah, maybe that's why there's not 391, because some of them are from the US.
That's it. Gotcha.
That's
Yep.
Yeah, we got a chance over the weekend to catch up with two of those players, Colleen McInnes and Chris Brown. They flew into Edmonton. They reached out to us and said, hey, show us around.
Well, it was a long awaited, because we've talked about we were going to play around with Colleen last year in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And we just couldn't make it happen. It was just too busy, right?
Exactly.
So it was kind of nice to have that happen.
Yeah, it was. And it was nice because when we went to Nationals, obviously we had Sean Galbraith and Robbie Holden kind of show us around. We went and played.
That was at Newcastle.
Newcastle, yeah. We went and played Newcastle. We had, then we went up with Dina and Kevin. They were out at Cedar Creek when we got there. And it's nice that when we went to a different location, there were other people showing us around, even though Kevin and Dean are not from that area. But, we had people showing us around and showing us what the courses were like. So now, having people come into Edmonton, it's nice to be able to say, hey, let me show you around. Let me show you some courses. Yeah.
That's right.
So we ended up going out to Bailey's Disc Golf Crossing. Sea Change Brewing.
Shitties, Flatboy Burgers. There's a few sponsors out there, but to Bailey's Crossing.
Yeah. We had a great round. You came as well.
I did. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was, although I will tell you, it was probably the hottest day we could have given them.
Right.
Because I didn't bring enough water. That's for sure. I learned the hard way. Yeah, the rookie mistake. Bring lots of water or you'll get dehydrated. And the mosquitoes get that much more annoying when you're dehydrated.
But, it does. But when we, Colleen and Chris were like, no, I don't need any spray. No, I don't need any spray. And then we got to hole 12 and they were like, you know what? Maybe I'll grab some. Sprayed it on and she was actually standing there and you could see that the mosquitoes were just hovering around. They weren't actually landing on her skin. So it just proves that, it does actually work.
Yeah.
Even though they're still in your face and they're still everywhere. They're still annoying, but at least they're not landing on you and biting you and things like that. So
yeah,
we had a good time out there, I think.
Well, it was good. And they were really kind to, they don't need to play the Reds.
Right.
But they played the Reds with us.
Yeah.
And you could see it a few times with Chris and Colleen's shots where it's like, oh, they actually have to dial their shots down because they're blowing past the basket. And that was cool.
Yeah, no, we had a great time. Thanks for them for putting up with a couple of amateurs that don't hit the lines all the time. We had a great round. We were out there for a good couple hours.
Yep.
You took off. I then took them to Rundle Park. We had a second round. Had a bit of a jolly around there. Didn't keep score.
Yeah.
We played around Rundle.
What did they think of Rundle? Because I wasn't with you at that point.
It was one of those things that we were just chatting about other things. We never really got to the point. I was talking to them about 2 pin locations and kind of, you see that little red pole up there? Well, that's the short pin. It's a bit further around. So like making pointers on the course.
Right.
So pointing out the course to them, but we weren't really talking about, how good or bad it was. I think they may have said, this is a cool hole or, things like that. But we didn't have a conversation too much about the course. It was about a lot of other things, which is good.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, and I think, you guys got that chance to hang out together and you finished just in time because we got to give them another experience that we don't even get to see very often. And that was one of the best thunderstorms we've had in a long time on Saturday night. It was sheet lightning, plasma lightning bolts, rain coming down in they wouldn't believe. They were out for dinner.
Yeah.
And then apparently they made a rookie mistake in Edmonton. And they either took the white mud or the yellowhead. I don't know which one, but where it floods underneath, they made it through, but they said it got pretty bad. And then on the Sunday, they checked out West Edmonton Mall. You got to do that if you're in Edmonton and never done it before. They went to K-Days. They got to watch Mother that night and then off to Jasper on their way to Grande Prarie.
Nice.
So what I got to say is they go to nationals pretty much every single year. They've been going year after year after year. And they know how to do it right because that's the way you do it, right? Like, I got to take a page out of that book next year when I get to Dieppe and say, how can I take some extra time, go and check out other courses, see what the Maritimes has to offer?
I don't know if you could do it the way they do it, because when we finished at Bailey's, I was like, or actually, when we finished at Rundle, they said to me, okay, if you were to go out for something to eat, where would you go? Mm-hmm. Give me a restaurant recommendation. And I was like, oh, okay, well, you're putting me on the spot here, but okay, I don't know which side of the city where your Airbnb is or your hotel or whatever, so I don't know where to direct you. And they were like, oh, we don't have anywhere booked.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, you don't have anywhere booked? And they're like, no, we're just going to wing it. So
I don't know if I could get to that point.
Yeah, exactly. That's how they just go with the flow. They just show up.
Don't find anything. I'll just sleep in the rental car tonight. We'll figure it out.
There you go. We'll figure it out.
Go to Canadian Tire, grab a sleeping bag. We'll be good. Well, that's awesome. Well, I'm sure they're up in Grande Prarie now already practicing rounds and stuff. I kind of let them go. I was texting them, messaging them, and then it was like, okay, now they're gone. I'll see them when we get up there.
Exactly.
When I get up there. So
yeah.
Yeah. At this point here, let's put a shout out to PDGA Canada, who's also going to be up in Grande Prarie. They let us know they'll be up there. I'm sure. I'm wondering if Brian is or Craig or both of them. Who's going to be there? Kara. But the group's up there, and PDGA Canada helps make this podcast possible this year. So we thank them. And if you don't have your PDGA membership, think about getting it.
Absolutely. Going to give a quick tournament review. This past weekend, there were 17 different events scheduled to take place in Canada, Jeremy.
17, hey?
17 seems like it's the magic number.
It does. It seems every week.
There you go.
It's the magic
There
number.
were events in BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, Nova Scotia, PEI, Newfoundland. And that was it. No Quebec City, Yukon, or New Brunswick this week.
No. That magic 11.
Yeah,
we got to get there.
Yeah, exactly.
You
magic
said 17 was the magic number. I think 11 might be.
There were 10 C tiers. There was a flex start, a masters event, a doubles tournament, NAGGT tournaments, circuit challenges, and more. There's been something happening on the true East Coast, not just what I like to call the East Coast this year. Ben Smith, friend of the show.
And huge legend in the Canadian disc golf world.
Absolutely.
Yep.
He built another course. You may have seen it on Simon Lazotte's YouTube channel when he came up. He gave it a playthrough. It's called Wentworth. It's on a ski hill in Nova Scotia. Ben Smith and Duncan Dixon have been hosting smaller tournaments at the ski hill in an event called the Disc Golf Wentworth Summit Series.
Okay.
Yeah. Second tournament took place last weekend, and we asked Ben and Duncan how it went. He said, so far, the tournament turnouts have been a little bit smaller than they expected, but they're expecting it to grow a little bit. They gave some reasons why that would be, thinking that maybe that some people just may not want to play on a ski hill. Might be just too exhausting walking up and down a ski hill.
I could see being a little nervous about that going,
if you don't know the course.
How much of this is up and down? I don't know if I really got it in me today. That kind of thing. Yeah.
Exactly. Ben's been doing maintenance this year, and he bought a skid steer to help out with some of those enhancements. If you can believe it, Wentworth now has, and this blew my mind, 49 baskets and 56 tee pads.
Isn't it 18 holes for a disc golf course? How is there that many? It's 18
for a disc golf course, but they've got different layouts. They've got the gold layout, and that would be the one that Simon was playing on coverage. That's about 80% finished, and Ben has a number of more pros coming up, or at least he's reached out to them to try and come up and get their opinion as well.
Okay.
They're also putting in a putting course at the bottom of the ski hill.
Okay.
So they got, and then I believe there's another a couple layouts as well. Everyone who's come out to the tournaments has really enjoyed them. The logistics are getting figured out as there is a chairlift at the bottom with the bar and the restaurant.
Okay.
Then the summit layout, which is 17 holes in the middle of the hill, and the peak layout, which is at the top, 22 holes at the top.
Okay, so now we're starting to see where the baskets all are.
Exactly, yeah.
They're all over the place.
Some of these numbers are not adding up. It's 22 and 18, 17.
And then
Should
maybe
you just have 18 and 18? But
I don't know.
I don't know. If you can
Here's my other question
if you
for
can
you.
fit 22 in, get in it.
This is a ski hill. Does that mean in the wintertime that you got to go around 49 different baskets as you're skiing down the hill?
I'm sure they get taken out. Watch out for their next event as they're anticipating a sellout for the next one.
Mm-hmm.
As for the highlights, there's so many, but the downhill shots give you the ability to make some real cool ace runs. That's about 90% of what people love throwing on a ski hill, right?
Yeah, just those big long ones. But would you
then
pick
you can
your
actually
disc?
throw over 400 feet.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that.
Ben, of course, we know he's an expert course designer, and he's always tweaking and adjusting the hole and lines. I really want to have enough time next year when we head out that way to Nationals to squeeze in a day at Wentworth.
I did look as I was preparing when you had all this Wentworth stuff going on. It's only an hour and 20 minutes or something away
Okay.
from
sure, we can make that.
Yeah, that'll be all right.
Don't forget, if you have an event you want us to mention on the podcast, let us know by sending us a message to chainoutpodcast@gmail.com or reach out to us on our socials.
Yeah. Well, last weekend as well was the U.S. Women's Disc Golf Championships, USWDGC. It took place down in Salt Lake City, Utah. In the FPO division, it looked like Owen was going to win this one as you followed it along. But in the last round, quiet, confident Silva Saarinen
Counter out.
shot the hot round and took the win. Yeah.
We were sorry, just to interrupt you. We were talking with Colleen. I was talking about footwear. We just happened to be like, hey, so do you have a pair of footwear that you buy the same shoe every couple of years because that's your disc golf shoe? Colleen said that she did that for a while. She had a pair that lasted 2 years. She bought a new pair of the exact same shoe. It ripped after 2 months.
Oh, interesting.
So she doesn't do that now. Chris is the same. She's like, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know about putting too much into disc golf footwear. She's like, look at Silva. She throws in Vans.
Yes.
World champion, and she throws in Vans.
Exactly. Stand still. What's all this run-up needed for? Well, we also had Rebecca Dawn, our Canadian, down there, and she had another top 10 finish, finishing in 8th place, earning herself 1,600 buckaroos.
Nice.
Buckaroos. Other highlights included an ace by Ella Hansen in round 2 on a 292-foot hole, a par 3. That was pretty good. And she almost followed it up with another ace back-to-back when her tee shot bounced, hit the basket, and then dropped. So you're like, oh wow, that's the play of the weekend. You think, right? That's it. Yeah. No, what was the play? Do you want to talk about it?
You go for it.
You'd think it was the best highlight, but no. Save that one for Jen Allen, who got an ace as well. Oh, she got an ace. Ella got an ace.
There was a few.
Oh, right.
Violet Main, I think, got an ace.
Yeah. But Jen Allen, hers was in round 3, hole 16. Did we forget to mention 466-foot par 4? That's right. She got an ace patros.
An ace patros.
I don't know. What do you call it? Yeah. And I wonder how many do you think have ever been thrown? Do you think she was one of the first ones to throw one, like at a distance like that?
We've seen that dip downhill at Gold Eagle.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, that was one. Brady Malinowski.
Yeah.
So he did that one.
It's very few and far between.
For sure.
Yeah.
And it did end up winning her. That's not the reason she won FP40, but when you're playing like that, I'm sure it made it easier for her to do so.
Do you know why she won?
Why is that?
Because she's on Team Minerva.
Oh, is that it? Team Minerva. Gotcha. So that's why Silva won FPO then. Oh, wait, no, she's on MVP. Never mind.
Yeah, there you go. Well, BR ambassador Jana Olsen was down there. She finished 6th place in FA50. Congrats to her. Canadian Jennifer Adams. She finished right behind her for 7th place.
Yeah.
We also had Elaine King. She took the win in FP60 by 2 strokes. Annika Wiebe from Manitoba.
Winnipeg,
Winnipeg, yeah. She finished 4th in FA1. Katana Taylor finished 7th.
Yeah, Katana's that Canadian who lives in Florida, but still wears the Canadian flag proudly.
We'll take it. Shauna Rouleau, she finished 8th in FA55. And Chelsea Sutton took down 73rd in FPO. Yeah. Congrats to all our Canadian women. Thanks for heading down there and representing.
And think about this, right?
Put this up on the screen here.
Sure.
Case Worlds, Jana played so hot.
She definitely did. Yeah, we were in the BR ambassador chat just cheering her on there. She was doing good, and we were watching it. And then on the other side too, Chelsea Sutton. Okay, she's been to Lethbridge this year. She's from Calgary, Airdrie area.
Yeah.
She's been to Dieppe.
Yeah.
She's been to Kamloops.
Yeah.
She went down to Utah.
Yeah.
She'll be up in Grande Prairie this week.
Yeah.
She's trying to compete with Thomas, I think, for miles traveled in a season.
That. Yeah.
So,
quick bit of pro news. The pros have the Jomez Pro Series happening this weekend. The 2026 Champions Landing Open taking place in Emporia, Kansas. We have no Canadians down there at that event. That just means you can keep your undivided attention on Canadian nationals.
Yeah.
Follow all our pros up there.
That's for sure. And we got two amazing sponsors who sponsor the Chain Out Disc Golf podcast, and they're both disc golf stores in Canada, two of the best ones. You've got BR Disc Golf and Disc Republic. And when we were talking to BR, Brendan said there will be a volunteer opportunity coming up if you want to help get a course installed. And they're installing a new course in High River, Alberta.
Okay.
So if you want to help out, reach out to him. Best way to get a hold of Brendan is BR Disc Golf's Instagram or his Facebook, and you can be part of putting another course in the city. Because that's all, as we talk about, he likes to design courses as much as he likes to sell discs.
Exactly.
And then on the Disc Republic side, I'm getting ready for nationals. I should be doing, the most important part of disc golf training. And that would be putting. I've been throwing in fields. I've been playing practice rounds. I haven't been putting as much as I should be. And, one of the best ways to practice putting is to get a number of the same putter.
Yeah.
And actually don't just grab every random disc you have and putt with it, putt with the same ones. So Disc Republic can help you out with that because they have a 5+ putter sale. So you buy 5 putters, get a 10% discount, get 5 of your favorites. Or if you're trying out something new, get 5 different ones and get a discount on them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great deal.
And if you do shop at BR Disc Golf or Disc Republic, be sure to use the code CHAINOUT at checkout. It's a promo code that supports us, and we'd appreciate it if you did that.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? That Smith Lake Farm disc is just begging to be given away, saying, give me away. Do these ace runs. We got a lot of questions, Jeremy.
Oh, we got a lot of questions.
We got a lot of questions. I'm not going to Grande Prairie this year or this week.
Right.
So maybe I'll get out this weekend and maybe I'll set up a camera. At least the courses will be empty.
Yeah, that's right. You have all the space you need.
Yeah. Maybe I'll get out there and throw some ace runs. What are you going to do if I hit an ace while you're not? Because I know you wanted to be a part of it.
Well, I just told you I hit an ace yesterday and you said, nope, that wasn't an ace. So I would tell you, nope, that wasn't an ace.
I know Case Worlds is in the chat and I know other people are out there. They are going to agree. If you hit a fourth throw
ace.
There's no such thing as a fourth throw ace.
I did it last night. It went in the basket. It was a 4th throw ace.
Okay, it might be a 4th throw ace, but it doesn't count.
I didn't sign the back of the disc.
Good job you didn't. Okay. So yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I'll wait till you get back. But just because we have a lot of questions doesn't mean that I'm going to hit an ace. So we may keep the post running and we may put it out again.
You might finish it and go, okay, now it's time for Jeremy to answer all the questions.
Exactly. That's a good, yeah.
So.
Yeah. After the episode, head over to our Patreon, get a free link to join us for, it's not Around the Basket this week, it's the Chain Out Fantasy League, Canadian Nationals edition. This week we'll be joined by Brendan McKinstry from BR Disc Golf. The thing about this one, because we're trying to promote the Canadian, more of our Chain Out Fantasy League, this week you don't have to be a Patreon member. It's going to be available on YouTube. So if anybody wants to head over there, if you don't want to sign up for Patreon, follow Chain Out Podcast on YouTube. Look for the live. Join. See what it's all about. If you like it, maybe you do want to join up.
So pretty much when you're done this episode, if you're watching it live, you'll just see another live pop up and join that one.
Absolutely.
And what do you do if you want to be part of it?
Exactly. You head over to chainoutpodcast.com and click on fantasy and sign up for a team. Enter your team. Even if you haven't been there since the beginning, it doesn't matter. People, if you've signed up for one event, you're still entered in. We're going to be putting a draw prize together. Everyone who enters a team, go into that draw prize. You can win some cool stuff as well. If you do end up winning, we have some great giveaways as well. Sponsors like Innova, Touch Disc Golf.
So many sponsors.
Brixton cards. We got some of those in there. Innova Canada, Edmonton Disc Golf Association.
Okay, the list goes on
Lots
and on.
Exactly.
That's it.
There you go.
Well, that's our top of show, Daryl. I just am a little concerned. Do we have anybody in the green room?
I see not one person, Jeremy. I see 2 people waiting in our green room.
2 people. Okay. They're in the green room. Do I even see a green hat in the green room?
You see a green hat in the green room.
All right. So I think
they must have eaten all the green M&Ms.
Yes, this is they took the green room seriously.
Exactly.
That's good. Good. I like it. So last year when Daryl and I went to nationals in Ontario, we made a week of it. We got there early. Right. We were there, I think, on the Wednesday or something. We hung out, took part in events, and even played some other courses in the area at the end of the tournament. It really was a good way to enjoy the week. This year, our 2 guests one-upped us, Daryl.
Oh, really?
On their way to nationals in Grande Prarie. And I want to hear all about it. I want you to hear all about it. I want the listeners to hear all about it.
Yeah.
Join us in welcoming Gaby Salazar and Bill Letcher to the podcast live from Grande Prarie.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hi guys.
How are you doing? How are you guys doing? It's okay. I'll fix
Pretty
it.
good. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
Actually, this will be the second time that we've had a chance to be on a podcast together. Do you remember the first time?
The Christmas flight paths.
That's it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, over there with Clive and Carrie. They had a bunch of friends on there, and we all were invited, and we were glad to be a part of that. So that was a good fun time. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. And that's where I knew, Bill, that you and I actually had played together before, which was in Falcon's Flight. And, it's like you play with so many people in a year you don't know. And then that was a nice opportunity to reconnect.
Totally.
Well, when we were talking at Christmas, one of the topics I remember chatting about back then was there was so much talk about deviled eggs. And I really did not understand what the hype was about. I'm like, this must be a weird Kamloops thing or something. But then last month I get to TCO and I get a chance to try some of those delicious little delicacies. And it really all made sense to me after that.
Yeah.
I can't remember the flavors, just that I loved them. And I'm just wondering, now you can tell me, which was your favorite? Which was the one that was like your go-to out of those? Do you remember?
I only tried one of them. We got there a little later, I think, and most of them were gone. But the one that I tried I remember it being really good. I'm not a deviled egg connoisseur, so I don't have a lot of experience with them. I also don't really know why they're a thing.
Yeah.
But they were delicious. So I guess that explains it.
Yeah.
All right, so I didn't know why it was a thing. You're telling me you didn't know why it was a thing. Is this make it a Clive thing? Is it more of a Clive than a Kamloops thing?
It felt like a Clive and then a Zoe thing that started in that conversation at Christmas, and then it just exploded into like we were going to have a smorgasbord of deviled eggs at the party, but they were gone fast. So obviously they're good. We got there a little late, and one of the flavors was completely gone already.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you can call it an English thing, because I don't think it's a big, I'm from England as well. I've had deviled eggs, but it's not like if you're having a party, you've got to have deviled eggs at the party.
Right. And all these flavors of them.
Yeah, exactly. So,
well, and then to cap it all off, Daryl, I don't think I got any pictures at that party except for the one where Carrie said, let's all hold our deviled eggs and take a picture.
Yeah, it's become the trophy for TCO next year should be a deviled egg, just like a cast iron deviled egg.
That would be awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
3D printed,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, now, since this is more of a Nationals preview show than kind of the full-on interview that we normally did, I'm not going to hit you with an origin story tonight, but we wanted to still get to know you. So rather than that, Daryl, I came up with a kind of a new segment to mix it up. You have to see what you think about it. So I've been workshopping it. I'm trying to come up with a name. I'm thinking I might call it The Last Link. So what we're going to do is Daryl and I are going to start a sentence, and then you guys get to finish it. So do you think, how's that sound? This is new. You're the first person ever to do it, you two. So, okay. All
It's
set?
like match game. We have to have the same answer.
No, I think you could both just, if you want to, but I would say whoever wants to answer first, go for it, and let's have you both answer the question, unless one of you gets stumped, okay? So here's first one. Before I fell in love with disc golf, my go-to sport was...
Golf.
Regular golf. Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Baseball for me.
Baseball.
Okay. I can see where a lot of people would think that the baseball throw is that kind of, did that have any bearing on your throw? Did it
It
forehands
started
easier?
as a forehander. Yeah, it started as a forehander because it just naturally felt like a throw. And then now I'm more dominantly backhand, but I can lean into a forehand when I need to.
Right.
Okay. And were you just playing those sports recreationally, or were you in them competitively?
So for me, ball golf is just recreational. Like, it was just something I picked up later as an adult. As a kid, basketball was that was my jam. So
Okay.
and I still play that recreationally as well. But everything, no tournaments, no like organizing your entire summer around tournament schedules and what comes out on disc golf scene. Definitely not to that level.
There was no basketball scene that you were
Yeah.
waiting on
No.
10 minutes before so you didn't miss out.
Right?
Yes, totally.
No, not to that. But we did like play sports, watch sports. We're big sports fans in general, so
Cool.
always something we were doing or playing or for sure.
Cool.
That's awesome. All right, got the next question for you. I enjoyed disc golf so much that I once chose disc golf over.
And I think too, Daryl, if you've got one, because this is our first time, if you ever want to throw one in while we're thinking about it.
I mean, we've chosen disc golf over every other vacation right now. Like, I think the last 2.5 years, every vacation day we've taken has been for a tournament or to take a day off to recover from a tournament or travel to play disc golf in Oregon or Vegas or something. So that's been the dominant usage of our vacation time in the last couple of years.
That's commitment.
That is. And I think as we're talking about, Daryl, I will throw one out there because it's actually happening this weekend.
Okay.
So I chose disc golf over going to see Nate Bargatze perform. So I ended up giving up my tickets to see him, which I was going to be very pumped. I have a bit of FOMO, but I knew I'd have more FOMO about missing some disc golf this weekend.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. You could take any disc out of my bag and I'd be fine. Unless, of course, it was my...
My Berg.
Okay. Always a Berg.
Always a Berg.
Yeah, I've got a Berg and a Berg X that I carry with me. And that would make my approach game different for sure.
Okay, hard or soft?
Just hard. K1.
Hard. K1 hard.
K1.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I mean, I lean into a Clash Wild Honey is sort of my favorite go-to driver. I've got one beat in really well that's like just a little bit of flip that I really love. So I would be heartbroken if that wasn't in my bag.
Right.
Okay.
Well, if it wasn't in your bag, if the Wild Honey or the Berg that disc is so amazing that I would do anything to save it. I'd even...
we this is it. Like, we were at Nationals 2 years ago in Clearwater, and we went up a couple weeks earlier to practice not Lacaria, but the other golf course, which I'm blanking on the name of. And my disc went pretty deep in that swampy water, and I went in full shoes, socks, and I was coming out with that disc no matter what, and came out with one other disc that someone had lost. So it was a total successful trip. But yeah,
all right.
I would jump into swampy water fully clothed
at Wells Gray, and I'm sure that was not warm water either as well.
No, and it was mucky, muddy, right where all the reeds are, and it just kept getting deeper. But I could almost reach it. We didn't have our reacher with us, so just went in, and luckily it was like our second to last hole. So wet shoes for one more hole, and then we got to go home.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Good. All right. Are you good on that one, Gabby? Bill's answer works, or do you got one you want to throw out?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't go into swampy water. I really don't like that. And I mean, I've got, I don't know how many backups of backups of backups.
And you got so
I'm
many friends
okay.
out on the course, and Bergs are so much out there. Someone's got to have 5 in their bag. They could lend you one.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So I'm okay to lose it if I need to lose it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Good answer.
Yeah.
All right, we got 2 more for you. So I've played with lots of people, but the card mate that is the most fun to play with would be...
I'd say our classic and probably the people that we spend the most time with are our buddies the DeVries,
Oh, yeah.
and of course Clive.
Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty
Yeah.
good group.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're often a 5-some, sort of
Okay.
trotting around Rose Hill. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, Justin DeVries, Elizabeth DeVries, and
Yeah.
Clive Lovett. Yeah, that's a great group. Yeah.
We've
Good
got
work.
another buddy too that comes with us, but he's shy. So
Yeah. Die.
Sounds good.
That's our core group for sure. For me, like I've found the MA40 like division is super fun to play in. So, Jeremy, you were like a blast to play with. I think I might have played with you. Obviously, Falcon's Flight might have played with you at Nationals in Clearwater for a round.
Okay.
In the second round, I'm trying to remember.
No, it would have to be first round. After that, we're not going to be anywhere near each other.
I mean, my first round was middle of the pack somewhere. It was at the ski hill, I think, which might have been the second round.
Gotcha.
But the MA40, like every card in MA40 feels like fun. And you just like everyone gets your stupid pop culture references from the 80s, and your humor can fly, and it's just a fun day out. So anyone in MA40 always have a blast with.
Now I know why he would have played with you.
Yeah,
had fun playing with you.
he gets the references,
He got
yep.
the references. Yeah, absolutely.
We were back to the Futurine and whatever else. We were to the
Exactly.
Goonies,
Yeah.
something like that.
Well, that's a great segue talking about divisions. Got the last question here for you. If I was to win my division at Canadian Nationals this weekend and they gave me $10,000, I would...
Is the stupid answer turn it down so I can stay an amateur? Like
This is not...
I still want to play Am Worlds.
Yeah.
yeah. That's a good question. What would we do?
yeah, because like $10,000 when I was a kid would have been like, holy moly, what can you not do with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's like,
It's not going to change your life, but
Right.
Yeah.
you could
It's
still
not
go to
really.
Disneyland.
It might not change your life, but it could change somebody else's.
Oh,
true.
yes,
We,
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, we've been thinking about a disc golf trip to Sweden and Norway maybe next year, so that would go towards that, or Nationals in Dieppe next year. Like, there's a couple big trips we want to do next year, so that's what it would go to.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, good call for sure. So that's it, Daryl. That is the
Yeah.
last link. What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah. What did you guys feel? Did you feel too much on the spot? Were you doing okay?
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm doing okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
Okay. So are we giving that a thumbs up?
I think so. Anyone in the crowd there got a thumbs up on that one? We'll see what the chat says.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay. Well, the two of you, getting back to kind of where you're at right now and where you come from, you currently live in Kamloops, BC, as we kind of alluded to earlier. You just came back from TCO. He kept talking about how awesome the club is down there. You two are part of what makes that club awesome. Are you on the board, or like what roles do you have in the Kamloops Disc Golf Club?
We are not on board. No.
Okay.
We are more behind the scenes soldiers, I guess you could say. So we are, I think officially, we're not part of the board, but officially, I believe we are course stewards for Rose Hill. So we do a lot of the grunt work up there and helping us organize getting the course ready, partly for TCO, but just for the whole summer season. That is really busy up there.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, how many hours do you think you spend not playing the course, but at the course doing different things? Is that just like, an 8-hour day once a year, or do you feel like you're spending half your summer out there? What's it like?
it can, I mean, as you've played Rose Hill, like the mowing can be a big task. So we've got a couple mowers, and we have to do quite a bit by hand, like push mowing. So that's going to take 3-4 hours a day for multiple weeks, off and on, not every single day. So we probably spent pre-TCO 40 hours a piece out there, like whippersnippering, mowing. There was other members of the club also out there, like some you can do with the ride and lawnmower. Like kudos to the club for just having a lot of people to volunteer and just be part of it. Like at TCO, the course never looked better. But that's, especially in the spring when the grass starts to really grow and it's green and a little more rain in Kamloops, you're out there for a while, mowing away, up and down the hills, up and down the slopes, trying to miss the rocks, trying to miss anything hard on your mower. But that's sort of like the big one. And then anytime there's a call for volunteers for any type of work. So we've been out Logan Lake a little bit, some help with some of the courses they're building out there, cleanup days at Mac Island, out at Dick Hart, doing things like whatever. I'm not a board type of guy, but if you need to volunteer, you need a pair of hands, happy to help out. And I think it's the least you can do as a club member is, we get to play this amazing sport for free. The courses don't cost you anything to go play. So why not spend 20 hours of your year, when you think about it, almost nothing, or 40 hours of your year to just help out the club a little bit? Because, it's not like we're rolling in money. It's a, nonprofit that you're just, doing what you can. So that's how I like to give back to the club, is whenever they need a hand, try my best to be out there and give them my hand.
Yeah. That's a great way to put it. And I think a lot of people, maybe they think it's an all or nothing thing. You're either on the board or you're not, but there's lots of ways you can help out. And I'm only going to take this at work. I got asked to be on the social committee, and I kind of took the same approach as you. As I said, I actually don't want to be on the committee and in these meetings, because I couldn't care if we eat hot dogs or hamburgers, macaroni salad versus potato salad at the next barbecue. But if you need someone to cook those burgers or to set up a table or to clean up something, you let me know. I'll take care of that part of it, right? It's kind of, I'll help. I just don't need to make the decision. I'm good with that.
Yes. Yeah, totally.
So, yeah. Well, not only is the Kamloops Disc Golf Club a great club, you also have some amazing courses out there, and you mentioned Logan Lake and the ones that are around Kamloops. So as locals, what is your favorite course in the area, and why does it hold like a special place in your heart? Because for me, I'd say it's Rose Hill for me, but I'm an outsider. You guys get to play them all the time, so.
No question for us, it's Rose Hill.
Okay.
And why in particular, I don't necessarily know, but I just remember when we first started playing, we were up there with some close friends of ours. And that's where I just remember sort of slowly falling in love with the sport. And I can't tell you a particular hole or a particular moment, but I just remember, and we were living in Lower Mainland at the time and just visiting and just being like, oh, I really want to get back to this course and try doing this on this hole or this sort of shot. So we spend like a majority of our time there. But we're also, like you said, spoiled, like rotten with the amount of really good quality courses in our immediate area. Something that would be like maybe a commute in the Lower Mainland. We have like, a handful of courses in the same amount of time. So pretty great.
Yeah, that's a great answer. And I think I'd tell you now, the very first time I played Rose Hill, the course was the opposite. 9 or 10 was 1 was 10, that kind of thing. But now that you get going on it, if it's your first time going, I think to me, if you don't love that course, when you hit hole 8's tee pad and you see the wooden carved bench and you're looking out over Kamloops and you go, oh, you get to live here all the time? Because I think I said to a couple of, I don't know if I said it to the two of you, but I had said to a few people, I'm like, you live here. Does this get old? And someone had said to me, they're like, Jeremy, it doesn't get old. And if it does, then I need to sit down and take another look at it because it should never get old.
Yeah. When we first took possession of our house, I think we went disc golfing the next day because we had been disc golfers for a bit. And my, social media post was my bag on top of, I think, the number 7 basket looking down towards downtown and just a beautiful view. And it was like, well, I guess this is my home now. Like it just felt so great. And we've loved it there for the 5 years that we've now lived in Kamloops.
Cool.
That's fantastic. Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jeremy kind of touched on it in the opening, and you kind of reiterated it that you love a disc golf trip. Now, rather than just getting on a plane and heading to nationals or driving straight there, you decided that you were going to do make a great journey out of this. Whose idea was it to, whenever you go on these trips, whose idea is it always to plan that out?
Good question. We sort of, is it disc golf scene's idea? Like, you sort of look and you're like, oh, okay, can we make it there? We've got friends or family in this area. Can you loop this around? Does this make sense? And this last trip made sense. It was my mom's birthday. She lives in Cranbrook. Like my parents live in Cranbrook. So it was like, hey, perfect. It's her birthday. We'll go. Clive tagged along with us, which is amazing. Or like, oh, hey, Key City throwbacks at the same time. And so let's go play in that while we're there. And Clive hadn't played any of the Cranbrook courses, and Cranbrook's another hotbed of disc golf with Casey there and just amazing courses. So we played every course in town, and then did a whirlwind tour. And then from there, we're like, okay, let's start making our way to Grande Prarie. We drove up to Red Deer, and then we played Sylvan Lake. We played Drayton Valley, and then we've been here for a few days now. But I think we've played nonstop since Friday. Starting to feel it.
And the tournament hasn't even started yet.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if it's smart or foolhardy, but we're just making the most of the vacation time, really, and just having a blast. But yeah, I don't remember who exactly came up with the idea. I'm sure, actually, it's probably you, because you scour disc golf scene like every few days. And
is there anything new?
Yeah, totally.
Well,
What do so?
Well, Jeremy's normally teaches me Canadian geography. You're normally the one that kind of gives me because like we said earlier, I'm originally from England. But from what I know, from Kamloops to Grande Prarie, Cranbrook's in the opposite direction. Obviously, you said you went there for your mom's birthday, so that kind of works out. You said you went there for the Key City throwback. Let's give a little bit of a shout out there. Gaby taking down first place in FA1. Congratulations. Bill, you finished third in MA40, and Clive, he was there as well, like you mentioned. He got second in MA60. So, yeah, it seems like... and then were there any... was it just when you went to Sylvan Lake and Drayton Valley, there were no tournaments? It was just a stop, play the course, and then move on?
Yeah, it was like hey, we don't have these on our U-disc yet. Let's stop and grab a couple. Clive had reached out to Joe Henderson and said, hey, we're in this area. What are some courses that might be fun to play really quickly? The weather didn't super cooperate with us that first morning, so we waited it out, watched the Joe Mez coverage of the USDGC or USWDGC. Did I do that right? Yeah. And then we're like, okay, let's drive to Sylvan Lake because it's sort of in the right direction, and stop there and played their course, and then had lunch, and then just, okay, we're like Drayton Valley or Hinton. Well, Hinton will add an extra couple hours, so we won't hit that one this time around. And so hit the Ivan 2 course in Drayton Valley, which was a ton of fun. Yeah, and then made our way up to Grande Prarie. We got here about 9:30 on Monday night after a full day of driving. So,
gotcha.
You certainly pack it all in.
Yeah, you did. And I think I haven't played those courses in Sylvan Lake or Drayton Valley, but I think you got a chance to play the Sylvan Lake course.
I've played
the
Sylvan Lake course. Yeah. If it's the same one that I'm thinking, where you kind of have diagonal holes across the field. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice little track. It starts off in the open. Yeah. Once you get down onto the bottom side, then it kind of cuts in through the woods, and there's some really nice holes in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and then you made your way up to Grande Prarie. If you were down there by Drayton Valley, did you just come back and take the main highway? Did you go out towards Jasper and up through Grand Cache? How did you head up?
Went up straight through to, is it Whitecourt? I think you hit next, and then you jump on the highway across, and then you just sort of boogie from there across to Grande Prarie. So we made a pretty straight line after Drayton Valley. To sort of make it here. Yeah.
Nice. Well, so for any of our listeners who are not going to nationals, or people like myself who aren't there yet, we kind of want to know, how's it been so far? So let's start with the courses. Have you got a chance to go out and get some practice rounds in Grande Prarie, and which courses have you hit so far?
Yeah, we split up the first. So we arrived here into Grande Prarie Monday night. Everybody in our household. So we've got the DeVries here, Clive, and Carrie and Craig as well. We're all sharing a place, and so we all got in Monday night. and first thing in the morning, half of us went to Thrill Hill, and half went to Co-op. And I don't know. I think we had different experiences overall. But for our side, I thoroughly enjoyed Thrill Hill. Like, I really, really liked it. The shot variety was pretty fantastic. Lots of different, shot variation. Very lush, but fair. Yeah, like super, super, super fun course.
Okay. And then, so you said you had that great experience. So there's two of you there. Did you have a different experience, Bill?
The Co-op course, like, so it is tough. Like, so for an MA40 player, the caddy book makes it seem like it's more open than it is. You get there and it's tight, and it's treed, and it's treed everywhere. So take what you see in the caddy book for Co-op and add 60% more trees. Every fairway has a tight line, so you have to be really, like, very quickly you can end up in some tangles and having to pitch out.
Okay.
So it's tough. It's really tough. You can score there, but you got to throw straight and long. So lots of dog legs, lots of really precise landing areas. Mosquitoes weren't bad, which is great. The course is beautiful, like stunningly beautiful. They've done a great job of just setting it up. But it's tight. Like, so for amateurs, I think it's going to be a tough play.
Okay.
But yeah, like that overall, like, did I score well? Pretty well yesterday. Went back again today and got beat up a little. Again, you can be off by 5 inches when you hit the wrong side of a tree and scramble mode engaged at that point. So overall tough. It's a tough one, but beautiful course, and I think it'll pose a challenge for everyone who plays it.
All right. Okay. And I've been messaging with a bunch of people today, and the sentiment that you're saying is what I'm hearing from anybody that's not from Grande Prarie, who knows the course and already was with it. I'd even heard today, I think it was at Co-op, there was either a cougar on course or there were some lynx in the area. So I guess I didn't realize there was that much wildlife up there too. So that'll make it interesting. But maybe when we've got people running through the course, every 10 minutes and doing what we do, that hopefully scares them away a little bit.
Yeah, it was incredible. I'm in the same pool as Justin and Elizabeth DeVries, and so we went out together to Co-op because we were going to be playing that on our last day on Sunday. And as we came out of hole 9 to the hole 10 tee pad, we were sort of, you're scoping it out and you're sort of looking around, and Elizabeth sort of grabbed my arm and turned me around, and the lynx was running across the fairway. Wow. About 60 feet in front of us, paid no attention to us, but just an absolute beautiful animal. And then just took off, like sort of trotted off into the woods. Unfortunately, couldn't get your cameras out fast enough to see it, but just beautiful. And it sounds like the lynx was maybe hanging around. There's rumors of it being a cougar or lynx, so we're not quite sure what was seen on hole 18 today. But I think with more and more activity, it'll chase things away. But I mean, lush area, like we saw bunnies and ptarmigan and like all sorts of stuff around the course, tons of squirrels. But yeah, beautiful course and a beautiful property.
Okay. Yeah. And speaking of all those animals, the third course is aptly called South Bear. Did you get a chance to go out and try that one as well?
Yeah. So as a big group, because we all have, everybody in our households plays it. So we all went out this morning. Split up into tee pads because some of us are playing the reds, some of us playing the blues. And again, I think sort of had a different experience with the course. I think as I walked by the blue pads to get to my red, I could definitely see a different experience to be had. It's for my division, I think very scoreable. There's some tricky shots, but you have a line, and it's not impossible. So you hit that line, and you've got some scoreable holes. There are some long bombers that are the usual, whatever, like throw as far as you can. upshot, get your par. But yeah, otherwise very enjoyable. Yeah, really neat little lines that they have there.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd say for us, like the back tees again, like there's more trees than the caddy book would make you think. So the lines again get pretty tight in some places, and so you can get into some trouble, especially through the first. I want to say, once you get to hole 3, you get it through a patch that's fully in the woods, and so it gets a little tight again. Then you get out into the field a little bit, and then you back into the tree. So it's a good mix. You're getting a little bit of open field. You're getting a little bit of in the trees. There's a little more OB, but not a lot more than co-op.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, again, just it's tough scoring from the backs. Like you really have to find your landing areas, and getting into basket holes can be a little bit tricky. But yeah, I think I played even today, and struggled here and there. It was like 4 birdies, 4 bogeys sort of deal. But yeah, again, beautiful course, great use of the property, lots of elevation change. You're sort of up and down a bit. If you've watched the fly throughs, you sort of know what you're getting into a little bit. But yeah, that one again played tougher than I thought the caddy book maybe teased at. We're like, oh yeah, 420-foot par 4. This will be birdieable. And then you get there and you're like, oh my, this is okay. That's 250 feet through a really narrow gap before you get to another uphill shot that's like really tests your mettle. So yeah, fun day, but it was hot and a bit long this morning. So I think we're all pretty beat up by the end of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Course, like it's walking it's long. Like there's big gaps between some of the holes, and yeah, just some like, especially the big wide open shots. Like you're walking a while, so yeah, to walk a bit.
All right.
And that, maybe that's a good thing as well, right? Because you want something different than what you're playing, right? You don't want to go out and play another park style course, or insert whatever course that you're normally. So having that different variety is going to be good.
Yeah, you're not going out to a dink and dunk. It sounds
You're not
like
going out to a local dink and dunk.
No.
So you said you went out with Craig and Kerry and Clive kind of headed out on the course there. Have you been running into other disc golfers out on the course as well? Everyone out there playing and getting ready for their nationals experience?
We did today more so. Like we had run into a handful of people on the first day. I think Tuesday was maybe, again, an earlier day in the week. Mm-hmm. Today we saw quite a few more people, star spotting. We saw Ian Anderson and Johnny Disc Golf walking onto South Bear as we were leaving. So I'm too chicken to say hi, but you saw them walking up. We've seen Colin McInnes. We've seen people we know from other divisions, MA40 divisions and FPO divisions and stuff around a little bit. So it's starting to fill up. It's starting to get a few more people out here. Lots of people I don't recognize too. There's almost 400 registered players. So lots of people we don't know.
Yeah. Well, and you mentioned FPO there. So you've explained the courses and how they kind of feel like from an MA40 perspective and from, kind of the AM division side. So when the MPOs and the FPOs get out there, it's now tournament time and they're playing these courses. This might be a little bit for you and me for fantasy picks, just to help us out.
Okay, I see where you're going.
Are you feeling like they're going to tear it up, or do you think they're going to struggle too, or is their skill set maybe going to be enough to hit those gaps the way the AMs are going to struggle, or as opposed to the way the AMs are going to struggle? Yeah.
As opposed to where you're going to struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're playing 2 out at co-op. I believe the MPOs, at least, I believe, are playing 2 out at co-op. I think FPOs might be 2 at South Bear. I think the FPOs are going to score well, with their power, like really take some of those open par 4s and really be able to score on those, and be able to. Some of the par 3s are a bit shorter, so you can even if you get in trouble, you're not going to be taking a bogey because you can sort of scramble out. It's like a 170-foot uphill, break it into 2 parts, 100, and you're there. So I think the FPOs are going to score really well there. I'm interested to see what happens at co-op with the pros, because you have to throw hard and far through some pretty skinny gaps. So, I mean, they're so talented. It'll be interesting to see and watch what the scores come in at. I think it's short enough they're going to score well if they keep it sort of in the fairways. I think that's sort of the key. Don't hit a tree errantly and head off. But, I can't throw a big giant hyzer and things like that. So I feel like, that's sort of more their skill set and be able to do it. And we heard rumors that what did Carrie came in yesterday and talked to maybe one of the TDs really quickly and said, well, it sounds like Thomas broke South Bear already with big hyzer.
I don't doubt it. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's a lot of trees and there's some definite lines and skinny gaps, but if you can just throw over those trees, how much easier would these courses be?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, leave it to Thomas to do that, hey?
Yeah. I mean, we kind of had a question from the chat, and maybe you kind of touched on it there. Which course is going to be the most challenging for the pros? You mentioned about that
I think co-op's going to be tougher than South Bear. I think South Bear they'll do way more scoring, and co-ops where there's stretches of co-op they'll eat it up a little bit. It opens up a little bit through some of the back 9, but that where you start through the first 9 holes, I think you start on hole 4 and then through to hole 10 is tight and tough. Everything almost dog legs after like 300-foot drive, find a really tight landing area, 300-foot drive down another tunnel, find the basket.
Right.
They'll be able to like dice that up a little bit better than me, I'm sure. But co-op will be tougher for sure.
Yeah, and I think that was kind of what somebody else put in the chat here. Co-op is for sure going to be more challenging. Can't wait to see those scores, but wish we could watch them throw. And that's always the thing that we've always, we try and play our round and then find out which course we had to go to at nationals to try and follow some of the pros. Sometimes we did, sometimes we didn't. But yeah, that's kind of the tough thing. Have you looked at that? You mentioned about maybe star spotting a little bit. Have you looked when your round is, when you should be projected to finish, and then, if there's anybody else on your course or if there's a course nearby that you can switch over to?
I haven't thought about it as much to go watch pros as much as just a lot of our fellow Kamloopians.
Yeah.
I'll make that up. Kamloopians are playing, so to help sort of go support them as much as possible. But hey, if there happens to be some pros around, I for sure would love to see them attack some of those holes, because I know what I tried.
See if they've got some local lines out there or something they've learned. Yeah. Well, that kind of gives us a bit about the courses and what's happening that way. When we talk to Dylan and Sam, and we've been checking in with them, the tournament directors, the one thing they want us to keep reiterating to everybody is that it's not just the disc golf this week. They've got the flex tiers. They've got all of the different things going on. There's tickets available, whether you're a player, whether you're a volunteer, you're just a family member. There's stuff to participate in. And I think it started as early as last night. Hey, Daryl?
Apparently there was a trivia night last night. Did you get a chance to get out and have any part of that?
We didn't. We sort of had prior engagements, so we were like out for Mexican food last night.
Nice.
And just sort of like had an early day, had to run errands, and then sort of got back at 8:00 and crashed watching disc golf coverage of some sort on the couches. And then today ended up being like a double round in the sun a little bit, so again sort of like got to the end of the day and sort of crashed out. My introversion keeps me away from some of these things a little bit more than other people, I think.
Right.
I figured maybe it was because Jeremy said that when he was out at TCO you ran the trivia night, right? So maybe I was thinking that you didn't want to use your big brains to like take down the win or anything like that.
It was on our radar, but we had a couple other things we'd already sort of pre-arranged, so unfortunately weren't able to make it out.
Right.
A lot of the activities, though, sound like a lot of fun, for sure. Like, I think there's a concert, or there's some
comedy night
performers,
tonight,
there's comedy night, there's all kinds of stuff. So I'm sure people are taking advantage.
Yeah, and like Jeremy had said, when we've been reaching out to Sam and to Dylan, we keep hearing this place pop up. They keep talking about the blue building project, where it seems like that's going to be like the core hub of all the events, and like that's going to be the hub of the events up there. Have you had a chance to have a look at it yet, or look around there?
Not yet. That's on our schedule for tomorrow, because we've got player pack pickups and opening ceremonies and everything tomorrow, where the Kamloops club members are still rolling into town, so we're keeping tabs on everybody, making sure they're getting here safe. And there's some organized things just with the Kamloops club breakfast tomorrow that for us to run off to. So like it's such a great community. There's always something going on, or you're running into someone doing something and having conversations with people you've never met before and having a laugh or whatever. We were in the parking lot of the mall running errands, and look over, and the truck beside us is just loaded with disc golf discs, and like just packed. Like, this has to be obviously someone here for nationals. And 2 minutes later they walked up, and so we had struck up a conversation there from Dawson City and in for the as well. And so you're just like, oh, what the division are you playing in? Where are you playing in? Have you played any courses yet? You like, and it's such a great opening line of conversation to just like, oh, hey, where are you from? What's your favorite course? Like, where do you play? What are you looking forward to? Like, yeah, it's been cool. So even if you're not at the activities, there's just so many people around at the courses you're running into and meeting. It's been great.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just give a quick shout out in the chat. We have somebody called Carrie Neal in the chat. I think she's been mentioned before. And Clive is obviously here as well, letting us know that he's just upstairs from you guys. So
yeah.
Well, we always like to say,
come in.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Carrie just said she just got back from the blue
building.
The blue building. So yeah.
Well, I was thinking too, you know how we say, Carrie, she fits into legend status, and that we always talk about that.
Yeah.
Are we able to get like a little marker for her so when she comes in, everybody knows, so we don't have to keep announcing it all the time? Like a little crown that sits on top of her profile or something?
Yeah.
You think you work on that?
I'll create a button.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's online.
Yeah.
Well, you had said you went out for Mexican food the other night, and that kind of reminds me is when I was in Kamloops, I got a great recommendation to go to Bowl and Bun, and like that did not disappoint. I had this amazing sandwich. I had soup. I had cheesies to put in my soup, which was fantastic. Yeah. So how was the Mexican food, and have you heard of any other good places to eat while you've been there? Got any recommendations yet?
Mexican place was pretty good. Yeah, like I wish I could remember the name all of a sudden. La Pandera or
La Pradera, I believe it was called. It's not a huge place, but it was very good, very tasty. Good portions.
Pretty authentic.
Yeah, pretty authentic as well. So I would recommend. But we just found that just sort of Googling Mexican restaurants. So
and Carrie had a recommendation from one of the TDs as well.
Oh, right.
She'd been reaching out and be like, we want to find the best Mexican place in town, and it didn't disappoint. So appreciated the thing. And then otherwise, being in Airbnb and getting settled in, we're all taking on a dinner meal ourselves, and so each night someone else is making a dinner.
Nice.
Wait, Clive's got deviled eggs. Sorry to interrupt. I already know Clive. We talked about it. We know you've got it. You got 5 different types. We got it covered.
Yeah.
There's an appetizer type. There's a main course type.
Yeah.
And there's a dessert.
There's the dessert eggs. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got an ostrich egg for ostrich deviled egg.
Yeah.
Well,
and then the Kinder Surprise eggs for dinner, for dessert.
There you go. Don't give him ideas, because he'll do it.
He'll do it. He's already on it.
Well, we kind of touched on it there about the player check-in being at the blue building tomorrow. Lots of events happening tomorrow. The check-in, the Champs versus Chumps sign-up, the opening ceremonies. There's a concert by Mitch Gorman happening as well. Are you taking part in the Champs versus Chumps? Have you signed up?
Have not signed up. It's I get too anxious. I don't think I could participate at all. So
you should do it.
Yeah.
We love watching them. They're so fun to watch, the coverage of. Definitely enjoy them. But I don't know if we want to be on.
The last thing I need is a razzing from Sexton the day before the tournament starts.
Well, I'm just hoping, so I am taking part in it, and I'm just hoping that maybe he says something reasonable, whereas like he could say it could have been worse, something like that. I'd be like, I'll take that. That'll be okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally.
But I'm guessing though, like Daryl has been part of Champs versus Chumps twice now. Yeah, and I'm thinking, you got advice?
Smith Lake Farms, for last year and this year. My advice to you, I would definitely say do it. Don't worry about the pressure. It's so relaxed. Having Nate Sexton commentate on your throw is a highlight, even if it's a low light. It's still a highlight in my mind. If you do want to sign up, and obviously this goes out to you, Jeremy, my advice would be, one, maybe pick a hole that you're comfortable with. but also maybe pick a longer holes, because if you pick a short par 3, you might only get one throw. If somebody throws and then somebody else putts, you might only get the one throw. So if you want to be on coverage, pick a par 4, because then you're probably likely to have at least 2 throws. And don't trip on the tee pad.
Yeah, that was year 1, wasn't it?
That was year 1 was my trip on the tee pad.
I was thinking to avoid throwing on a hole with a kid, because when you get outdriven by a little 11-year-old kid, you're throwing full driver and they've got a mid out there past you.
Exactly.
That's more that'd be the goal.
Well, and I think Daryl learned it doesn't even matter if the kid is driving, because Bruno, he was the star of all of Champs versus Chumps, I think. Best shot ever, right?
Yeah, I think that's what Nate said. Best shot he's ever seen in Champs versus Chumps. Yeah. And you know what? He will give it right back to the Champs as well. If the Chumps are starting to play well, he will put the pressure on them. He will start to put pressure on them to make their putts and, make sure they hit their lines. So he's fair that way.
His ridicule knows no bounds.
Exactly.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Equal opportunity razzer.
Yeah, exactly. So I've traveled with Jeremy a few times now, and I know one thing about Jeremy is that he cannot keep still. He won't sit down. He won't just sit and relax. He's always got to be doing something. He'll probably be at a lot of the events. I don't know what events you're signed up for. You're doing the
not
flex
everything,
start?
But I'm doing as much as flex start tomorrow, Champs versus Chumps, opening ceremonies. I'll be there. So
you're going to do as much as you can.
As much as I can. Yeah.
Are you signed up for anything? Or no, you're not doing the trivia night or the Champs versus Chumps. Are you going to try and maybe get a flex tier, the flex event in, or anything else?
Probably won't do the flex event. Just like it doesn't fit my practice routine as much, because I want to be able to throw multiples once you're sort of there. So I don't obviously in a flex start you have to sort of play your one disc and go. So it's not quite my routine how I'd like to get ready for it. But yeah, we'll try to be out at other things and watch other cards and be out there doing what we can to take in the whole experience, because it's not obviously just about the disc golf when you go to these big events. There's a million things going on to participate in. So hopefully get out and see people we haven't seen for a while, or just hang out and have a good time, or whether that's at the sanctioned events or non-sanctioned pub nights or whatever, you get out and see everybody. It's always great to catch up.
We're pretty excited about the opening ceremonies. We do plan to be there. Our club, the Kamloops Club, put in a bid for nationals, so I believe it's going to be announced at the opening ceremonies. So there's going to be, I understand, a pretty big Kamloopsian contingent.
You're going to make that one stick, Gabby.
I know.
Kamloops site?
Keep saying it. Got to make fetch happen. But so there'll be a lot of us there, just sort of waiting and hoping that we get the good news.
Yeah, and that's a great point, is that it's really great that Chris Ozolins and the whole Can Disc Golf team have taken a new approach to announcing nationals, giving the teams that are organizing it a 2-year buffer, so they'll find out that 2028 who's going to get it. The one thing is, hearing that Kamloops is in it and being out to TCO and experiencing what you can do with an A tier and all the experience you have, and what you guys are doing to keep the courses up to looking fantastic. There is no doubt that nationals could be held by Kamloops and it would crush for sure. What I don't know is who else has put in bids, and is there a sleeper in there trying to take it away from you guys? I certainly hope not, but it's going to make for, it's funny is in the disc golf world, like we're the niche of a niche of a niche with sports and stuff. And like, this is like the high stakes drama is going to be who's getting nationals, who even put their name in. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for it as well.
Yeah, we're all on pins and needles waiting and hoping that we land it, because we're all really excited to be part of it, support it, help the organizers, and obviously Carrie being such a massive part of it, and her being in the house, like sort of hearing how she's thinking about things. It's we're all ready to cheer really, really loudly, hopefully when the announcement's made on Thursday.
Oh, yes. All right. You know you've got me there, too, for that cheering as well. I think I'll be cheering. I just cheer for nationals, but I do have a special place for Kamloops.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, and as we're kind of getting in there as well, you talked about seeing some of the pros out there on the course. So a question for you, I get a little bit like, I'm excited. I've never met Nate Sexton. Well, we've chatted with him on the podcast to promote Smith Lake Farms. Daryl and him are like best friends now. So there's a little bit of jealousy there. So I'm looking forward to meeting him and to see a lot of the people I don't get to see except for maybe once a year. Are there any of the FPOs or MPOs that you're really looking forward to maybe connecting with, getting a disc signed, having a conversation with?
I wish I'd brought some discs with me to get signed because I didn't really think of that. But I did get the chance to see Sophia Donica play a little bit in the past, so I would never give up a chance to see that again. I'm sort of with Bill a little bit more on the introverted side. I don't necessarily feel the compulsion to speak to or just go up and engage in a conversation like that. But no, I mean, the funny thing is, like, we are generally quiet people. But if you ask us about disc golf, then like
we won't shut up.
Yeah, we don't. So it is pretty easy to chat about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say about Nate is that he's said it before, and he'll always say it. He'll have people come up to him and say, "I'm sorry to bug you," and he was like, "It's not possible." He really appreciates the fact that he is in that position, that there's no possible way that you can be bugging him if you want a signed disc or if you just want a photo or anything like that. So if that's your hiccup or whatever, that you don't want to go up and speak to him, he's the nicest guy, and I'm sure Sophia is like that as well, and all the other pros.
Yeah.
They're always going to take the time to sign a disc or take a photo with you. So
well, and I think really, like Clive put it in the comments there, I think it's the pot calling the kettle black, because Clive's saying he wants an FPO Gaby Salazar signed disc. So maybe that's it. You don't need to go say hi to people. You just got to be ready with your marker when people start coming up to you.
Yeah. I'll tell a story and this will embarrass Gaby a little bit. But when we first started dating, Gaby was still playing basketball for SFU, and her sister was playing in the BC Provincials, and so we went together a couple months after we had started dating and went to the BC Provincials. Gaby had won the BC Provincials and was the MVP of her team a few years before, and so she was in the book, like, with her picture, and someone random just came out of the crowd and said, "Hey, are you Gaby Salazar?" And she's like, "Yeah," like sort of a little weirded out. He's like, "Can you sign my program?" And so Gaby was signing a program. I'm sitting there like, who am I dating? Like, I am way out of my league here. Like, that almost
That's
like
awesome.
was the end of it. And, like, it was just like, it was just one of those amazing things that happened, like, when we first started dating. And like, that's just a call to how competitive and Gaby spends, like, doing things and working hard on things. But it was just like some random guy saw her. I was like, "Oh, you were the MVP 4 years ago. Here's the program. It's great to meet you."
Yeah. Well, I could get it, Bill, because I don't know, for like me, I'm assuming maybe very similar, as you already knew, you're like, man, I'm batting way outside of my league here. Yeah. And then you find out that people want Gaby's autograph on top of that. It really kind of puts a nail in the coffin.
Yeah, totally. I won't regale you with how we started dating, because it's pretty embarrassing for me. It's like how much I was like, there's no way Gaby would go out with me. You're all lying to me. So
you and I can share. We'll have a beer. We'll share those stories with each other and have a laugh.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's great. Well, you guys have been so gracious with your time, but this is the part of the show where I get to educate what's your name? Dougal? Daryl.
Yeah, call me anything.
Yeah. It's the part where we find out some fun facts that I dug up while trying to prepare for the episode.
Okay.
So you ready for that?
Yeah, sure.
So while researching, I found out that tonight's research thing is going to do with Saskatoon. Okay. So that's right, Saskatoon. Okay. I can hear you saying it.
Yeah.
It isn't in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Grande Prairie.
Right.
What's going on here? Well, what I'll tell you is just west of Grande Prarie, there's this provincial park. It's considered one of Canada's oldest. It dates back to 1932 and was originally established by local residents to protect the Saskatoon berry bushes.
Oh, okay.
That's why it was there. Yeah, and it's
I know
also
it's
a
going.
migratory bird sanctuary for the trumpeter swan. So the park is surrounded by Saskatoon Lake, and although today it's connected to the mainland, at one time, and the reason it's named, Saskatoon Island.
Oh,
So speaking of islands,
I like where you went with that.
yeah, I kind of stumbled through it, but I got there.
Yeah. This may or may not work.
May not work.
I don't know.
Now it's time for
I
desert
was gonna
island
do it.
discs. Picture this. You've taken a relaxing cruise, however the ship goes down. You manage to swim to an island, and fortunately for you, there's an 18-hole disc golf course. Which 3 discs are you taking with you on the island?
Yeah, it's that time of the show where we find out your desert island discs. You're on this fictitious cruise, sailing in the ocean, relaxing, enjoying yourself. Unfortunately, the ship goes down. You grab your disc golf bag. All your other discs fall out, but you have 3 discs remaining. You swim to an island fortuitously. Remember when I used to say that?
Oh, yes.
Fortuitously, there's an 18-hole disc golf course. Which 3 discs do you have with you in your bag? And either one of you can start.
Yeah.
So before trying to find shelter or water,
Oh,
or
no,
food,
for sure.
The discs first. Save the discs.
yeah, the disc.
Yeah.
This
We
is
better
coming from
play
the people
before.
that plan their trips around
Yeah.
disc golf and hit up as
And
many
they're calling
courses.
us saying
and
there's
they,
a
and
problem.
they give up all their vacation to go on disc golf trips.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, who takes a disc golf bag on a cruise ship?
We did.
Yeah.
Just in case this happened.
Yeah.
And we just want to let everybody know they're predicting the answers upstairs.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Dinner's on the line if we're wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, go Gabs. I think you said one already.
I did. I would take my berg. At least
Okay.
one berg. I would take my. Is this a windy island?
You know, everyone always asks these questions. Is it humid? How big is the island? What's it like?
Yeah.
It's on this
Yeah.
fictitious island, it can be as windy as you want it to be.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take my berg. I'll take my buzz. Just a regular Z
Okay.
buzz, and my Castoplast Falk.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh,
The Falk is good. I do
your
like
Peter
that disc.
Falk.
Yeah.
So we did have a Berg and a Maya.
Is a
Oh.
guess. It was a guess there.
That's a fantastic guess. But if I'm going for the most versatility,
There you go.
yeah, I would go with the Falk over the Maya.
Okay.
All right. Good call.
And Bill?
For me, let's see. Buzz for me too. I have a Big Z Buzz. Big Z Buzz has almost been in my bag since day one.
Yeah.
After the beginner pack, starter pack, like that's been one of the ones that I love that plastic. I love that mold. So there, I would probably say, oh man, like recently, I know earlier I said a wild honey, but like Castoplast Louts has been like a really leaning into disc lately, especially up here. It flies straight. I really like it. I can throw it pretty decently far. And then I think you need a putter. So I love my my Clash Fudge, soft fudge. It's a little
Okay.
tack. It's like a Judge. It's just
Okay.
a little bit smaller. So like,
Yeah.
that's the one I really lean into. So
There you go. And we had that in the chat.
It's
Clive said he's gonna take the Judge, and then somebody
Justin
else
came in.
Yeah, Justin Fudge, not Judge. So he got it right. There you go. Now
yeah.
Talk about knowing your friends when you can pick
Exact-
their desert island discs
that's it.
for
I
them.
like it. I like the contest. So one other thing that we like to add on: when you're on this island, if you could take one course that you've either played or might be on your bucket list, if you could take any course in the world and transport it onto this island that you could play with those 3 discs, which course would it be?
And I think they get the lucky thing that happens sometimes when we do this is there's 2 of them, so they actually get a course
They get a
or they
course
get an
each,
island with
for
2
sure.
courses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works.
Good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
And a whole bunch of wind
blend.
at the rate that you
Yeah.
want it to be at, I think.
Yeah,
is where we
whatever
are.
amount of wind. Let's see. I mean, as a homer, like Rose Hill, I can play over and over and over and over and over and over. We go multiple times a week. It's just like our most fun. If I was going for like a, not a local course, Milo McIver is one that we've been to that just, what a place to play disc golf. Like incredibly taken care of, just beautiful. Every shot, you're in the forest. Yeah, I would say Milo would be the one for me.
Yeah.
Good.
That's
Good.
the exact
I like
same.
that.
Yeah.
And would you wouldn't change anything, Gabby? You'd be okay. You wouldn't kick one of his courses off the island.
No. I think he chose well.
Yeah,
That's good. Yeah, I thought maybe
made
they're
a good choice, everybody.
yeah. Write it down. I thought that maybe Bill Wycliffe might have made it on there with maybe a Cranbrook home thing there, or no, or
We played Wycliffe last weekend. It's the first time I'd been there in about 4 years. So I was there, not quite opening, but fairly early. And then we went and played trips with Clive as just a recovery day after the 2 rounds at the college. It's a tough one. It's still getting built in. It's a beautiful course, but I don't know if that's the one for me just yet. I love a little more wide open. I think that's more my style. The wooded ones get a little tougher. I'm a little wild off the tee. I'd say that's the biggest weakness in my game. Just get off the tee pad clean, and then I'm okay. I can scramble with the best of them, but yeah, like a little more open fairway.
oh, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Cool. Well, we really appreciate having you on the podcast, taking the time to join us. Before we let you go, we want to give you a moment to shout out. Is there anything that you want to shout out, or any person? Or people, should I say?
Or Kamloopians.
Yes.
Yeah. Kamloopians, all the Kamloopians, 100%. Like I said, there's a big contingency of us coming, and as you can guess, there's group chats going. We're all just cheering each other on and supporting each other, and it's not just for nationals. Like all year long, we're chatting with each other and pumping each other up and stuff. So I definitely wouldn't be playing where I am at all these events without the disc golf club. They've been amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And Bill?
Yeah, that's like, we moved to Kamloops. We had a couple of friends in town who had actually got us into disc golf originally, so that we were still playing a bit, and then getting involved with the club was the best thing for us in terms of like extra introverts meeting people. There was a chance to sort of meet people. Gabby joined the Valkyries. That's how she met Elizabeth, and then sort of friendships blossomed from there. And so can't appreciate the KDGC more, and just happy to be a small part of the club and doing what we can to support it. All the volunteer hours, all the board members, the club night, like the league nights, the doubles, the Valkyries, like go on and on and on. Like I think it's a great club to be part of, and I can't, again, fingers crossed 2028 comes our way, and we can really showcase how great the whole thing is. We wish 400 people would come to TCO every year, because we just love our courses and we love the city, that would be my biggest shout out, is thanks to like the club just being so great.
Oh, fantastic.
There you go. What a way to finish.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I am going to be podcasting tonight. We're going to do some fantasy picks. Then I'm going home to bed, 7 a.m. I'm on the road, and I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon sometime. So I'm excited to see you again. You guys are the best to hang with, and I'm excited for it.
If you need a ride, Jeremy, just let us know. We'll get you around. We put the truck here. Yeah, just give us a call. We can get you wherever you need to go, A to B. And then hopefully we can get out for a round together. Let us know. Let us know you arrive safe. We want to make sure you get here, and then we'll make sure you're taken care of once you're here too.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
And as I'm telling everybody, I hope to be on your card, but I hope it's because I play phenomenally, because we don't want it to be any other reason that you'd be on my card. So
I'll take like any way to play together. I'm happy. And again, the experience of the weekend will be amazing. So it'll be fun regardless. So hopefully we see you out there. Hopefully we can play together. Fingers crossed.
Yes, you bet.
There you go.
Well, thanks a lot.
Awesome.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for joining, guys.
Thanks,
Have a good weekend.
Nice to meet you, Daryl. Bye.
Bye.
Daryl,
Yeah.
I've said it before. There's some true gems in disc golf, and I think Bill and Gaby fit the bill. What do you say after spending that time chatting with them?
I think there might be something in the water in Kamloops.
Right? There could be.
People that we say that are just the true gems of disc golf, like Gabby, Clive's in that area as well. Justin and Elizabeth.
Carrie.
Now we've got Bill and Gabby there as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm telling you, they know how to do it. It felt a lot.
Sam made the right decision moving to Kamloops.
He definitely did, yeah. And it felt a lot like Edmonton, where we've got like this very good core people who care about disc golf, care about the club. You commit as a board member, you commit as a volunteer, and you do things.
Yeah.
That's what Kamloops has got to. And like I said, they've got their name in for 2028 Nationals, and it's a no-brainer that they can do it.
Yeah.
And hopefully they win it.
Yeah.
So it'll be good. Do we doing the secret word? I know what the secret word is. I don't even think we need to worry about it. I don't know how anyone's going to spell it. But
Kamloopsian?
Yes.
Put Kamloopsian in the comments if you're watching this if you're not watching live. Leave us a comment. Try and spell it. I would like to see the spelling of the word Kamloopsian.
That's right. Exactly. Maybe get Chat GPT to help you. I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, definitely throw a secret word, throw a comment in. If you've watched this long, please jump over to YouTube and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, leave comments, likes, all of that good stuff. You can
Spotify.
Yeah, you can listen on Spotify. You can
leave a rating on Spotify as well.
Yeah, Apple Podcasts, pretty much any of the audio platforms. We're over there. And when you've done all that, if you want to be part of Patreon, we got that available. You get entry into free contests or extra entries into contests. If you're part of the paid Patreon members, you get discounts on stuff like our hats that we have. We'll have them in Nationals, $20 for a hat.
Can't get a shirt because they're sold out.
No,
the jerseys are sold out.
too
Maybe
hot.
we can do a second run.
Maybe.
There you go. Sonia says
Oh,
Kamloopsian. It's not that hard to spell.
Okay, that seems pretty good. Pretty good.
Go.
And then jump over to you don't even have to jump over to Patreon tonight. We've put it as a second live on YouTube. If you want to see us do the picks for Nationals and be part of the fun, you can either tell us how good we did and mock us or cheer us on, or you can head over to chainoutpodcast.com and pick your own team. So check that out.
Thanks for joining, everybody.
Is it in the chat already? Did somebody call it? Nobody knows what's coming?
Nobody
All right,
wants
I guess we don't need to worry about it tonight.
Okay, so we'll see you in a few minutes over on...
no, we can't do that. We got to do
Can we just leave? Can we just end? You want me to hit it? What's with the tongue? For people that are listening, Jeremy is kind of putting his tongue to the side of his mouth. All right, just get to it because nobody wants it.
Nobody wants it, but we're giving it to them anyways.
Exactly. There you go. Sonia wants it. You're gonna keep the hat there, hey? This episode started with a Bailey's round,
Chris and Colleen chilling in E-Town,
a Ben Smith tournament at Wentworth,
49 baskets. What on earth?
Cannot take you seriously.
Nope.
Bill and Gaby hanging out with their group,
Made the journey from Kamloops.
having some fun. Boy, did they seem merry.
The Nationals life up in Grande Prarie. No. Not at all. Vanilla Ice, maybe.
From Champs versus Chumps to Trivia Night.
The tournament team is doing it right.
Canadian disc golf is what we're about.
Have a great week and don't chain out.
Thanks, everybody. We will see you shortly for the fantasy.
Yes, we will.